What if I told you that a college dropout once changed the entire world? Not with luck, not with money, but with one insane idea that made him the richest man alive for years. He didn't build cars, he didn't invent rockets. He built the software that powers your life right now. This is how Bill Gates went from a curious kid playing with computers to a billionaire who literally changed how humanity works. Bill Gates wasn't born rich. He wasn't handed a billion-dollar company or born into luxury. He was just a kid in Seattle, Washington, born in 1955, who had one thing most people ignore: obsession. While other kids played outside, Gates spent endless hours learning about computers back when computers were the size of a room and only a few schools even had them. That curiosity was his superpower. Gates discovered his passion at 13 when he got access to a computer at Lakeside School. It was rare, it was new, and it was love at first sight. He wasn't playing games. He was learning how machines think. While most teenagers were dreaming of cars or parties, Gates was writing code, his biggest advantage. And here's what's crazy. The same boy who used to sneak into computer labs at night ended up creating an empire that literally put computers in every home on Earth. Fast forward to the 1970s. The world was changing, but not fast enough. Computers were only for scientists, not everyday people. That's when Bill Gates and his childhood friend, Paul Allen, had a vision that sounded absolutely insane at the time. A computer on every desk and in every home. People laughed. They said it was impossible, but Gates didn't care. He dropped out of Harvard University in 1975. Yes, he left one of the best universities in the world, because he believed in that vision more than anything. That one decision separated him from millions of others who were too scared to take risks. Gates and Allen started Microsoft with almost nothing. No fancy office, no big investors, no guarantee of success. Just a dream, a vision, and relentless belief that computers would one day become part of everyone's life. Then came the breakthrough moment, when IBM, the biggest computer company at the time, needed an operating system for their new personal computer. Bill Gates took the deal that would make him a billionaire. Here's the smart part. Instead of selling his software for a one-time payment, he licensed it to IBM. That meant every time a computer was sold, Microsoft earned money. That one genius move turned Microsoft into a money-making machine. Soon after, he launched Windows, a software that made computers user-friendly and accessible. Windows didn't just make computers easy to use, it changed everything. People could suddenly click icons instead of typing long, complicated codes. The world was hooked. By the late 1980s, Microsoft had become the global leader in computer software, and Bill Gates, at just 1 year old, became the youngest billionaire on Earth. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Gates wasn't just a tech genius. He was a businessman with a killer instinct. He understood competition. He understood timing. And he always thought 10 steps ahead. Microsoft's rise wasn't luck, it was strategy. Gates built a company that dominated not just the software industry, but the entire digital revolution. Think about this. Nearly every computer on the planet ran Microsoft software. Imagine earning even a small percentage from every single one. That's how powerful his vision was. He turned an idea into an empire. And yet, with all that power and wealth, Bill Gates wasn't chasing fame. He wasn't showing off cars, watches, or mansions. Instead, he was obsessed with building and improving. He had one of the most disciplined work ethics in the world. Former employees used to say that Gates could work for days without sleeping, reading code line by line until it was perfect. That's the kind of obsession that turns dreams into reality. He believed success wasn't about being the smartest. It was about being the most consistent and the most focused. By the time Gates stepped down as Microsoft's CEO in Tucson, he had already built one of the most valuable companies in human history. But he didn't stop there. He shifted his focus to something even bigger than money, changing the world. Together with his then-wife, Melinda, he founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which became one of the largest charitable organizations in the world. He started using his billions not to live larger, but to make the world better, fighting poverty, eradicating diseases, and improving global education and healthcare. That's where the real meaning of success comes in. Gates once said, "If you are born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it's your mistake." Those words defined how he lived, giving back, building, and helping others rise. And this is where most people misunderstand billionaires. Gates didn't become rich because he wanted money. He became rich because he wanted impact. He chased innovation, not luxury. And that's the lesson hidden in his story. Real wealth doesn't come from chasing money, it comes from solving problems. Gates solved one of humanity's biggest problems, making computers simple and accessible. And that solution made him one of the wealthiest humans ever. Even after stepping away from Microsoft to daily operations, Bill Gates continued shaping the world. He wrote books, invested in climate change solutions, and supported scientific research to improve global health. He's not just a businessman. He's a thinker, a problem solver, and a visionary. And that's what separates him from the rest. His legacy isn't just Microsoft or Windows. His legacy is the idea that one person with one vision and relentless focus can reshape the planet. Now think about this. If a teenage boy from Seattle could build a $1 trillion revolution by believing in himself and acting on an idea, what's stopping you? Gates didn't wait for perfect timing. He didn't need a degree to succeed, and he didn't fear failure. He started small and thought big. That's what financial freedom's truly about. It's not about luck, inheritance, or privilege. It's about seeing what others can't and doing what others won't. The most powerful thing about Bill Gates' story is that it reminds us success isn't instant. It's built on patience, discipline, and long-term vision. It took Gates years of sacrifice, learning, and focus to get where he is. But he never quit. That's the mindset every future billionaire needs. If you want financial freedom, if you want to live life on your terms, you need to think like Gates. Find your passion, master it, and keep improving it. Don't chase quick money, chase value. When you solve problems for people, money will chase you. Today, Bill Gates continues to inspire millions, not just through his success, but through his humility and his mission to make life better for others. He's living proof that true power doesn't come from how much you earn. It comes from how much impact you create. His life teaches that every great empire starts with a simple idea and the courage to act on it. So if you ever doubt yourself, remember the kid from Seattle who turned curiosity into code and code into billions. Remember that it's not about where you start. It's about what you do with the opportunities in front of you. That's the true billionaire mindset. Bill Gates showed the world that intelligence mixed with vision and persistence can change everything. You don't need a perfect plan. You need purpose and the will to execute. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who dare. So as you watch this, ask yourself, what's your idea? What's your Microsoft? And how far are you willing to go to make it happen? Because maybe, just maybe, the next person to change the world is you.